Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Fancy Football. This is our European 2024 Championship show, and with me on the set today, or in the studio today, is Nonso Arinzechi. Nonso, good evening, and how are you?
Good evening. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be part of our show, the biggest sports show in the world at the moment, the biggest sports show on YouTube as well. So great to be here.
Okay, and my name is Philip, and I will be your anchorman today. Nonso, yesterday we looked at Group A, and today we are moving into Group B. And in Group B, I tag this group as the group of death because you have Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania in that group. You have three teams that are up and doing when it comes to European football, and they have huge pedigree. You look at Spain, two times champion, 2008 and 2012. You look at Italy as well, a very strong team as well in that. And you look at Croatia, never failed to disappoint in every tournament that they've attended in the World Cup and in the Euros, and also in the European League Nations Cup. If you ask me, this is one of the group of death. Maybe subsequently we will see other groups, but this is one of the group of death in this tournament. And where do we start from? Let's look at Spain and see. You look at the
Mm.
Spanish national side. You look at what they have on ground currently, and you say, "Wow, they can go places." Before we used to tag Spain as uh, there's a specific name we used to tag them like
Underdog
on no
or underachievers.
Perina underachievers, Perina
Yeah,
underachievers. But now when you look at them, they've won the World Cup, they've won the Euros twice. They are no longer Perina achievers. What they just need to do is they just need to step up their game to be consistent, like the likes of Brazil, the likes of Germany, and other countries that have been there. So look at what they look at. Let's look at Spain and look at their lineup, and you see the arrays of stars that they have in their pocket. Luis de la Fonte has these players that he can call upon, and they could perform magic. Look at the defense: Ramos, Real Sociedad, David Raya, Arsenal, Unai Simon, Atletico Bilbao. And look at their defense. They have Daniel Carvajal. They have Pau Cusper, Barcelona. See, they have Alex Grimaldo that plays for Bayern
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 Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Yeah,
They also have Emerick Laporte, the former Manchester City, sorry,
defender
defender,
who
Robin
played
Lee
in Saudi
Norman.
Arabia.
So yes,
Yeah,
they have Robin Lee Norman, Real Sociedad. You can see that the likes of Jesus Navas still plays football up to now.
yeah,
No wonder Sevilla don't want to let him go. Nacho is there. You have Danny Vivian also. Atletico Bilbao is there. Hey, look at the midfield. Look at the arrays of stars: Alex Garcia, Girona, Alex Benoit, Villarreal,
Villarreal. Yeah,
Marcos Loriente,
Lorente,
Atletico
Atletico Madrid,
Madrid, and Pedri, Barcelona,
Pedro, Rodri.
Rodri, Fabian Rui, PSG, Martin Zubimendi. I think he has to be there because I think Arsenal are looking for this guy as well.
Yeah,
But I don't know if the pursuit is still there. Marcos Loriente is also up there in the midfield. So you look at the midfield. Let's go to the attacking front. Look at the attacking front. You see Joselu, the man that rescued Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the Champions League not a while ago. Alvaro Morata. Uh, I still wonder that the likes of Ayoze Perez still play football up to now. And also
yeah,
play
he
for
plays for
Spain.
Real Betis, Spanish La
Yes, he
Liga.
played for them.
Yeah.
Daniel Olmo for RB Leipzig, one of the guys that play abroad. You have Mikel Oyarzabal, then Ferran Torres, Barcelona, Nico Williams, Atletico Bilbao, Lemon Yamal, Barcelona. The youngster
Yeah,
is plying his trade. So no, so this is what we have for the Spanish national side. Let us see how they will approach the Euros now because they've not really done so much since the last time they won the World Cup in South Africa. So how will Spain approach this Euro from now to the
I think they've
final? I
got.
think. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I think they've got. I think they've got the X factor, like you said.
Yeah.
Maybe not the world best players, worldies, but they've got players who have got the potential to become world beaters. You have Mikel Izabal, the guy who plays for Real Sociedad, Lamine Yamal, no Famin Lopez. If Gavi was not injured, he should have been there alongside Pedri as well. They got some good quality. Jose Perez, if you watched the friendly game yesterday, he was absolutely impeccable. I listened to De La Fuente, and he said that he really knows the three players that will not make it to the Euros, even before the friendly was kicked. But I think if Ayo Perez was one of those players that he wouldn't take to Europe, if he had watched that game, I think he would have done himself a whole lot of good because he was a shining star in that Spanish team yesterday in their 5-0 dropping, in their 5-0 dropping, that pre-friendly game. So they've got some good players, like you said, the mixture of the experience and the youth. When I mean experience, the likes of Rodri, the likes of Emerick Laporte, the likes of Jesus Navas, who can play as a rose now play more as a right back, but started his career as a winger. They've got some exciting players, young goalkeepers like David Raya, Unai Simon, Zubimendi as well. You look at the back line as well, they've got some young players as well. So it's a mixture of older experience and youth. And like I said, they've got the X factor. Heading to this game, the good thing is that they're not super favorite to win the competition, but they've got a chance, a big chance to go through. And it's the thing is like you did say, they were called the underachievers, but they won the World Cup, won the Euros twice. Even the last Euro, they were beating the semi-final. Yes, in the semi-final of that competition at the Wembley Stadium by Italy. They were dumped out. Remember, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I think they've got a good chance. De La Fuente will be trying to build on what Luis Enrique did because most of the players in that squad, especially this man who in the national team colors is an amazing player, Alvaro Morata. You can see what they want to say about him in club size in Chelsea, but when he turns that Spanish jersey, he looks like their Pele. What a player he can be, scoring goals with
Yeah.
reckless abandon, and I'm having a great time. So they've got an outside chance. Maybe not the super favorite, but you can't really explain out at the moment because of the quality of players they've got. Actually, like you said, majority of them playing in their league, so they understand themselves. They this understanding, they this cohesion, and most of them are winners. That's that has won something recent times. Barcelona have won something recent times. Some players from unfortunately, it's sad to see that if you check the squad, you can't really point out one player from Real Madrid. When
Yeah,
last we see something,
I think you have only two players in that Real Madrid
yeah,
team.
Dani
Daniel
Cavaya,
Cavalla, Nacho. No, three players:
and
Daniel Cavalla, yeah, Nacho, and
yeah.
Josolu.
Joselu
So
is a Joselu didn't play much, Joselu didn't play much, even in the league, he didn't play that.
it doesn't really play much, but it's a
Yeah,
player you can really rely on when you
yeah,
need something, and he
absolutely,
can perform
absolutely.
magic at any
I
time.
think it's not about the magic. I think every coaches must have a plan B, and that's what Joselu brings to the table. When Madrid were playing the tiki taka, they go with the wingers, they try to play. But Joselu, all he needs to do is direct, just
Yeah,
deliver the ball, get the delivery, and it's a very good. What I like about him, also apart from the fact that he's very good with deliveries, the fact when you get to deliver the ball, is that he sneaks
yeah,
on chances. When the goal is scored against Bayern Munich, when Lloris just peeled the ball, he just appeared from nowhere. He's
right,
got that. He's got that. He's just like a fox in the box. He's got that ability to sniff on chances, mistakes here and there, and take. He's not the most fantastic player. We saw him in the Premier League with Stoke City, but there's
yeah.
that thing he got ability to be in the right place at the right time. And for a team that is chasing a game, you can bank on Hosolo to be the man to call upon from the bench to come rescue you a point. But I don't think he'll be a starter. If you look at it, the lineup, it's a star-studded team, and they've got a huge chance to get to the semi-final again in this competition. A very huge chance.
Okay, let's move to Croatia. Croatia, a team that also don't cease to disappoint when it comes to the European Championship. They are always in and out there. They don't cease to disappoint, and we know where we are going to. If you look at the last few tournaments that have been played so far, so good. They've given a good account of themselves in the World Cup, in the Euros. They've given a good account of themselves. If you look at the Croatian team, no, so you see that uh, uh, these sides are they are a very very strong side. Look at them defensively. Look at them in attacking wise. The likes of if you look at their forward, you have Marco Piagic, Marco Peselic. You also have Ivan Perisic still playing football up till now. I think he plays back home. Bruno Petrovic, and you still have Kramic, Nicolas Vassal, who also plays for Torino. Then you have Mateo Kovacic, Man City. You have Martin Budemir, Dynamo Zagreb. I'm just
Yeah.
taking this from the midfield angle now. I finished the striking the position. I'm going to the midfield angle. You have the likes of Luka Modric, Luka Sosic, and Marcel Brozovic, who plays for Inter before. Now he's at Nasri. Yes,
Yeah.
you have Lori Magia for Wolfsburg. You have Luka Everson, who plays for Feyenoord.
Not forgetting Marco Pasalic, who plays for Atalanta as well.
Yes, I'm coming to Patalic as well. I think Patalic wasn't in this. It's not in this. Okay, yes. Okay, there's Mario Pasalic. Yes, Pasalic, Atalanta. Yeah. Okay, if you look at the defense, never cease to disappoint. They have Dominik Levakovic, Fenerbahce. They have
top class goalkeeper.
Yes. Very, very good. You have Lyserd Lovovic, Cyprus. And in the defense, they have Bruno Sosa. He plays for Ajax. Jospik Jovovic, he plays for Union Berlin. Jospik Stanfigic, Bayern Leverkusen. I think I saw him played in one of those matches for Bayern Leverkusen. Then you have no other. Yes, you have he played in the final. Yes, Stanisic. Yeah, you have no other guy. You have no other defender that if I don't mention here, the Manchester City fans they'll finish me. That is Jasko Gravado. Yes, Manchester City. So you have them a very strong defense. We know what happened at the World Cup 2 years ago against Brazil. This same set of players went on to beat Brazil and knock Brazil out of the World Cup. You remember that now? So am I mistaken?
You're not mistaken.
This set of players did it. They were there. They stood with Brazil toe to toe. Stood in that match. Not until they got to the penalty and knocked Brazil out, the powerful Brazil out. So what's your take about this team?
I think they've got a call of the player team that had got them to the final of the World Cup, got them to the semi-final of the World Cup, and got them to the semi-final of the Euros as well, if I'm not mistaken. Modric, Kovacic, Pasalic in the midfield, Brozovic, they're still there. You have Levakovic, you have Vidal, the guy who plays straight, I think he's in Turkey. You have Gavdol, you have Sasovic, you got in the attack, you have Pjanic, you have you've got I'm not forgetting Kovacic as well. I forgot to mention that name. They've got this man Ivan Perisic. You know, they've got
they got Vlasic. They also got Vlasic in that midfield as well.
Yeah, not to forget. Torino has been there as well, and of course Kramaric. So they've got a core of their players, you know, who have been there. Some new names coming, like even Maya was part of the World Cup squad as well. So it's a good thing for Croatia. I think they've got a strong squad. The one thing about them is that when you look at them on paper and the quality of the players they've got, you won't think they can get to the semi-finals or finals. But it's one thing they've had working for them under their coach Dalic is that they play as a team. They play as a team, you know.
Yes, a complete unit. So
exactly, they fight together, they defend together, they attack together. But I think there's going to be a problem because it seems most of the players they are now getting aging. Yes,
I agree with you.
From Brozovic to Modric to this guy Vida is getting older. A bit of Kramaric is getting older as well. So the age may be the factor, especially in the half of the midfield, where you expect they always have a way to dominate games, you know. But if it's as what we've seen in the recent times, come on, you can't. You look at Vlasic is still in that squad, man. You know, he's one of the quickest players in Europe at some point in his career. So I want to see how they will evolve. That's a big question. I want to see how they will evolve. How they will move from one place to another, how they will change the style of their play, how they will change the style of the way they Whether they will because now they don't have the runners anymore. They can't run like they are 12 or 20, they're like 20 or 21. Whether they'll be more compact and try to build from the back and then try to play position football. But I want to see how they settle. But I think you can't rule them out, no, because like I said, there's this thing that you get when you play with the same group of players for a very long time. You're gonna ask Barcelona of old. When they were on their high, on their peak, they played so well together. And when they eased out so together. It was that bad. So I don't think they haven't got a diminishing return yet. That's what we should wait and see. I think the first game will give us an insight on how whether the team has hit has hit its lowest of lows, or there's still something or juice in there for them to harness. But so far so good. I can't rule them out because of, like you said, the fact that they play as a team and they can be compact, very compact on their day.
Okay, now so from Croatia to Italy, the powerful and the and the mighty Italian side that failed to
Yeah,
qualify for the last Euro that was played. We call it. I think the last Euros was played in the entire Euro. Remember that because it was played in different countries.
everywhere.
No, no, hold on. I
Yeah,
think no, not in the World Cup. No, they won the last Euro. They're the defending champions of the last Euro. Sorry,
yeah.
they
Italy
failed to
for the
qualify.
last year, they
Yes,
played everywhere.
yes,
Each
they
forgot
failed.
World Cup under
Exactly, yes,
Roberto
they failed.
Martinez.
Sorry, they failed to qualify for the World Cup under Roberto
Yeah,
Mancini.
yeah.
But they don't cease to disappoint. This is the defending champion. They beat England in the final. They took it back to Rome, whereas England couldn't keep it at home. So that's what it is. Yeah. So, but this is football, and they have to go into this championship to defend their crown. Look at the team under Luciano Spalletti. I hope he has the manual of these players now, because he took the manual of Napoli and went home with it to the sabbatical. I hope he has the manual of these players. Yeah. And news coming in is that three players were dropped today from this list I have here. Three players were dropped.
Yeah.
Yes, from this list. And you have Francesco Abadi that plays for Inter. I think he will not be part of this tournament. Jojo
Manchester
Silva,
Academy.
yes. Jojo Kelvin also will not be for Atlanta, will not be in this tournament. These are players, it's not that they were dropped, but these are players that cite injuries. They have injuries and they will not be part of the tournament. So, but if you look at the arrays of stars in this Italian squad that will be going to the Euro, a lot of them are defenders. It tells you where the focus of Luciano Spalletti is, where he's focusing his attention on defensively. Yes, they have players like Federico Chiesa, they have players like Steven Asharawi, they have players like uh, um, Nicolas Faguli, all in that midfield, all in that attacking role. They have the Arsenal man that moved from Chelsea to Arsenal, Jorginho,
Jorginho.
all in that.
Yeah.
Yes, they have Nicola Barella that plays for Inter. They have Brian Christians that plays for Roma. But
Brian Cristante.
yes, Cristante, yes. But you expect this team to also attack, not also or not sitting back. But you should know that yes, the Italian team, they build the foundation of that team from the defense to the midfield to the attack. So now, so tell me, how do you think Italy will fare in this tournament?
I think they've got too much stars and areas of star for them to defend. It's going to be suicidal to the quality of players that they have to go back defending. Look at the squad: Stefano Sharawi, you've got Zakani, you've got, imagine a team that they couldn't even pick Ciro Immobile. He couldn't make
Yeah,
the shortlist. Look at the squad. Federico Chiesa. You have Nicolo Figioli of Juventus. You look at, they've got some quality players, man. Um, the goalkeeping department is fantastic as well. You have Alex Meret. You've got Gianluigi Roma, any of
yeah.
the Vicario of Tottenham Hotspur, and of course Provodel of Lazio. We know how good that guy is. The
Yeah,
Lazio goalkeeper. Also,
all four goalkeepers are excellent. They can be starting in any other team. Yes, they are starting in
exactly,
goal for any
exactly.
other country. So I think if I were the Italian side, I think or if I was other sides like maybe other countries, I'll be envious of this Italian side. And the keepers are there to fight for their spots going to this tournament. They
Exactly.
are there.
People
Yeah.
have they have a certain Samuel Rico and Rategui of Dorino. Both of them
Samuel
will not
Rico
be.
has been dropped. I think Samuel Rico has been dropped. He will not be going for the Euros.
Yeah, even
Rate,
Fratesi, right?
yes,
Is it
Fratesi
really?
will have. Three of them were dropped. Samuel Rico,
Exactly due to injury.
um,
So
and Ricardo Orisiansi for Bologna. Yes,
Ossolini, is
yes,
it Ossolini?
Ossolini. Yes. Ricardo Ossolini was also dropped. Sorry.
So sad. I thought this, if a player who broke out in the Bologna team, you expected he should be firing all cylinders, but these things happen. It's really sad. I tell you, for players of that magnitude.
And also, the young defender from Atalanta that came in that match, in that final, the young defender Giorgio Schiavani, I think will not be going for the
Yeah,
Euros as well because citing
exactly.
injury concern. I think for me it's a
Yeah.
huge blow. I still want to see the potential of that. I saw in the finals of the UEFA Europa League. Uh, Very good, has good potential. I don't think he'll be in Atlanta for a long time, but I just felt sorry for him that he will not be part of this tournament.
I feel sorry for him as well, and Acerbi. I think Acerbi too have had a fantastic season. Also not going to make it as well. So, but see, for every player that is out, there's a massive replacement. This Italian team
Exactly.
can draw. They can draw another 11, another 22-man list and go to Euros and compete against themselves because of how viable the league has been and the amount of exports this the country itself has given to other different leagues. So, Luciano Spalletti let's say is a regular campaigner. Maybe not in
Yeah.
club, maybe not in national team football, but he's been there. It's like a old war horse. He's from this place. He has managed them when he was in Napoli. So the players play for Napoli, so he knows them. He knows what they can bring to the table and what they can bring to the fort. And the quality, look at Brian Cristante, what a scene he had for Roma. So he's got a good Shadawi. So I think they'll go far. I think the Spalletti factor will come into play as well. I think he has the manual. Every coach
Do
that
you
comes to coach
are
Italian
you sure he has the manual? Are you sure he has the
team wants to
manual?
play a 3-5-2 formation. I think he would not. I think
Okay. I don't know. So
he
can you
does.
hear me now?
I'm super sure that he does. And why I say,
Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I said for the past 2-3 seasons, while he's the two managers of Italy, they are bound to play a 3-5-3 formation. Not Spalletti. He will come out. His best formation is 4-3-3. He will come out and attack, and he's got
Yeah.
the tools to do that. Fratesi, you've got Chiesa, you've got El Sharawi, you've got Sakanye. You've got a good team. I'm so sad. Ossolini may not be making this league. It's painful. I feel pained because I want to see him shine at the higher stage. But it is what it is. They've got the quality players around them, and I think they will survive. They look to me they're one of the favorites to retain their crown. They are one of the favorites. One, they're coming from they haven't they're able to see them as outsiders because they didn't qualify for the World Cup. Oh, what can they do? They're down. He that is down first. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
happened the last time they won the Euros. They
Yeah.
failed to qualify for the World Cup, remember? Everybody was
Yes.
like, what can they do? They are not, after all, they have AG defenders in Bonucci and Cellini. The players are
Yeah.
old. And boy, oh boy, they came smoking. Don't forget the certain man who has gone to, is it Italy? Sorry, gone to Saudi Arabia. Or is it,
Yeah.
what did he, my friend, the winger from Lorenzo Insigne.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Stepped up to the plate and it was a yet removal for them. And they coasted to victory. So I think they've got an outside chance. Nobody's going to take them serious. And I think that will be a good omen for them heading to this tournament because I think the stars I see in that squad is frightening, really frightening. And with Spalletti, you can't roll him out.
Okay. Now, so you expect them to get to the final? Am I correct?
I think so. I think so.
Okay. Finally, we'll look at the whipping boys. I call them the whipping boys of this group, but they should not be underrated. Albania. Albania, little unknown. I don't really know a lot about Albanian football. I must confess, but this is the Euro, but I think it gives me an opportunity, or all of us an opportunity to know which players will be coming out for Albania. This is what they have. They have players from Empoli, Bradford, Atalanta. They have players from Inter as well. Sassuolo, Lecce. They can really Dynamos are great as well. So Albania and their coach Salvinho, the Brazilian. I think Salvinho have only played 11 matches for that. I've only coached 11 matches. He was coach for 11 matches, and in that 11 match he has played, he has won 5, drawn 3, and lost 2. But I think he really has to do more with this Albanian side. And also, one of the most intriguing things about this Albanian side is that they qualified from a group that has Poland, and guess who? Czech Republic were in that group. If you look at this Albanian side, they qualified from that group. So I think they're a formidable side. Looking at them and looking at what Slovenia have really done in that team, is just to organize the team. They are very difficult to beat. They are very, very difficult, even despite I say they are the whipping boys. So what do you think they will bring to the table?
I think they've got the X factor, the dark horses factor. But look at some of the names of the players there. They've got 2 good goalkeepers, one in Empoli, one in Brentford, in Croatia, and of course, put them playing top leagues in Europe. Strakocha, I know about Brentford, a very good goalkeeper on his day. He stepped in for a certain David Raya who had to leave for Arsenal, and he did so well as well. You've got players like Aslani from Inter Milan, I'm not mistaken, and Gismiti of Atalanta as well. What a good player. You've got outside Haisai of Lazio, also an old war horse in that team. They've got players from Eintracht Frankfurt, Birami of Sassuolo. And don't forget him, Barisha of Lecce. That's the guy I think should be. And of course, yes, I was trying to remember the name, and I finally got that name. Armando Broja. The Chelsea who is on loan at
Yeah. Broja, yeah.
He's that man that can turn the tide.
He currently plays for Fulham now.
Exactly.
He plays for Fulham now.
Exactly. So they've got some, like I said, they've got an outside chance. They've got some players relatively unknown. The only hope Albania has got is that they play as a team, defend together, attack together. I think they should not be afraid. It's the Euros. He that is down fears no fall. I think they should come into the tournament with so much belief and zest. Like you said, in a group that had Czech Republic and Poland, and there is no Poland. There's no Poland, so it tells you a team that has a sort of Robert Lewandowski. I think Poland has to qualify through the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So it is what it is. It is what it is, and they should take confidence from their qualifying rounds. It's something they can do. If they get out of the group stage, it's a fantastic season a fantastic tournament for them. But a lot of people would not want to give them a chance. But I think, like I said, it's about believing in themselves and their attributes. The X factor. I got some good players. Jimiti, players playing Atlanta, Eintracht Frankfurt, players playing the Premier League. So they've got some quite of experience. If they can, then I think nothing will be impossible. Nothing will be impossible for them. They play as a team. And I can assure you, nothing will be impossible for them.
Okay, no. So nothing will be possible for them. How far can this Albanian side go? Sorry.
For me, I just want to see them out of the group stages. It's just get out of the group stages. Is being qualified for the tournament alone is an achievement in Albania. You can see the way they celebrated the qualification. So if they get out of the group stage, for me, they've had a cracking tournament, but it's going to be difficult with the team, a group that has Italy and Spain and Croatia. I think this looks like arguably the group of death, if you ask me, in this year's Euro 2024.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, which team will qualify out of this group?
It's a tough one, but I don't think Albania would. I think they will give it a go. They will have some good games. They even stun one of the big teams in the process, but they will not have enough to qualify. So I think if I have the 2 teams to pick it up from this group, I will go with Spain, and of course, and Italy.
Okay. So where do you think Croatia will be when it comes to the 3rd place?
They could qualify. Okay. They qualify one of the best losers. They could qualify here.
Okay. The first game of that group will be between Spain and Croatia. Second game between Italy and Albania. Then the third game of that group that we played on the 20. I think on the 19th will be between Croatia and Albania. Spain will play Italy on the 20th. Then Albania will play Spain in the final game of that group. Croatia also will play Italy. Those games will be played simultaneously on the 24th of June. So this is their fixture, and
Yeah.
these teams have to go on the pitch on this date to play, and we will say
Football
here.
will only be see football will play on the pitch of play. We can do a permutation and go around, but at the end of the day, it now boils
Yeah.
down to these players 11 against 11 on pitch of play to determine who get out of this group. So I'm really excited, waiting for the games to begin.
Okay, guys. If you're watching if you're watching fancy football, please do go and subscribe, because we'll have a very big, gigantic package for you in the Euros, where you have a chance to predict um, every week, match day week, that is round 1, round 2, round 3 of the group stage. You have a chance to win something at the end of the day. So kindly subscribe to Fancy Football, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button as well. So that you will be part of the winners in fantasy football during the Euros. And also, I will say thank you so much for being part of the show today. We'll do this tomorrow when we'll come up with Group C, where you have. So I'll reserve that. So, but that is what it is. Final take, also.
Let the best to win. Come on. Don't change. See, this is the place you have to be. The Euros, everything concerning the Euros will come to you here. And I tell you, you have come on. You have no business not watching the Euros with us, because we'll give you the latest happenings here on Fantasy Football.
Okay, now so see you when we see you. Bye bye.
Cheers.